name's Meg, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you've seen some of my videos, welcome back. I am starting a new vlog today in regards to self-care. As I've mentioned before, I kind of think of myself second or secondary to many other things that go on in my life. And I burn myself out, and then I have no battery left for myself. So, on top of it, I am Gen X, I'm getting older, so, I deal with all the hormonal things at my age and, things like that. So, growing up, I struggled with, weight and my body positivity and things like that. And a couple of years ago, I had lost a lot of weight, and I was like, this. So, and that made me happy. And I did get a lot of comments on just, like crepey skin and, like loose skin. Well, yeah, that's what happens when you lose a bunch of weight. But also, I'm not young, so my skin is not going to bounce back that quickly. So I've been using like body products and lotions and oils and stuff. And I mean, it looks better, but I still need to lose weight. So that's kind of what I'm working on. I'm also working on trying to fight, well, not so much fight, but just delay some of the wrinkles on my skin. And I've treated myself so poorly over the years. I have ADHD, and I was diagnosed with it 13 years ago, and I didn't have much education until like the last year or so, when I was looking at YouTube videos and getting that education. And I went back on meds last year because I knew what they were for, like what they're supposed to do. Unfortunately, the last few months I have not been on meds because you have to drive around and find like a pharmacy or a mom and pop pharmacy to get meds every month. And having ADHD, that's too much of a hassle. And half the time I forgot to even take the pill, but I'm pretty much out, and I just decided I'm not going to go around looking for a pharmacy every month. This is ridiculous. So I've managed life so far without the meds. I'm not saying I managed it well, but I am grateful. I mean, I do have a home, I do have a dog, I have a job that I've been at for like 22 years, and I just have managed those things. However, that work-life thing I'm working on, and I'm getting better at work-life balance. I make sure I take breaks at lunch, even if I've already eaten something quick. I just make sure that I step away and, think about things, or, maybe think about emails I need to respond to. So in terms of like healthcare, I'm trying to get back on track with my eating habits. And since I have like ADHD, I tend to have little weird habits that when I'm stressed, that's the things I turn to, which is sugar. I have a Tic Tac addiction. Anything, the orange ones and the Fruit Adventure, I can just like down them. And it's a lot of sugar, and it's not good. 1 or 2 a day, that's fine. I can't control it. Even like any type of nuts, which are good for you, I can't stop. Especially when I'm stressed out. It's like I'm eating and I'm not even realize I'm eating. And I have to always be chewing gum or something to keep my mouth moving. But I really don't drink that much unless I go to a NFL game. So I'll have like a beer, and I'm going to one shortly. But I also pick on my face, when I break out. So I'm trying not to touch my face so much. My hair is an issue and has been an issue for so many years. And I'm going to be honest about why my hair is an issue. This is tough. My hair has been an issue because when I was in high school and we moved from New York City to New Jersey, it was at the tail end of my freshman year of high school. Probably should have waited till my sophomore year. It was a horrible, horrible adjustment for me. And back then, New York and New Jersey were just separate. in terms of fashion, New York was more fashion forward. And nowadays, both New Jersey, like the tri-state area, is kind of in one, meshed into one. So back then, people didn't go in the city that often in New Jersey. So it was a major adjustment. So you got this weird kid going there with Duran Duran hair. And I just didn't adapt well. And along with some other traumas that I've experienced, I gained some weight and did horribly in school. And so I decided at the middle of my sophomore year of high school, which was like 1986, I want to say, I went on a diet. I started working out every day, and I did some Richard Simmons videos, and then I did some other videos, and I just pedal to the metal. I just worked out. Here's where it went wrong. I only ate one meal a day. One meal. I drank water. I maybe drank some iced tea. I had one meal and maybe some grapes. So my one meal was like either a bagel with some cold cuts on it, or like a yogurt or something, in the school cafeteria, whatever the meal was. It was like one thing. That was it. I did it for like 6 months. And I lost a bunch of weight. And pretty much by the time I graduated high school, I was like 95 pounds. So I was really skinny. And I just wasn't eating. So cue in the hair issue. So it's pretty much been an issue since then. And now with the menopause coming up and the hormone changes and me losing weight again, it's bad. So it's just years of hating myself. I've even done like hair treatments at one point, and it worked, but you have to keep consistent. It's expensive, and my hair looked beautiful. It was like really long, really full, but I couldn't keep it up. And when I don't put myself first, it falls apart, and I burn myself out quite often. And it's just, I think about it every single day. It bothers me. And at some point I am going to work on that again, because I am working on myself, and I'm trying to not let the opinions of others sway me, or trying to be on social media too much where I'm comparing myself to others, and trying to get rid of the negative comments that have been told to me about it. So they're very hurtful. And the last comment I got was, "Your hair looks nasty. Stop cutting it yourself." And I've been cutting it myself, and the reason why is when I go to a hairdresser, they chop it off. And it's like, but that's not where the problem is. It's right here. And then they make comments like, "Oh my God, your hair, it's awful." And it's embarrassing. So that's why I don't go to a hairdresser. I cut my own hair. It probably doesn't look great, but hey, I'll put it up if it doesn't. So I'm taking baby steps, and I think part of it is clearing out my clutter. Last week, I made a list, and I had a list of 9 things, and I did all 9 things. I completed. So one thing was to clean out my garage, to get rid of all like the old sheets and blankets and comforters that I have that are good. I just have too many, and give it to someone who needs it. I went to the dump and threw out some stuff in the garage. It was my dog's birthday, so he's 14, so I celebrated that, and I made sure I did one day for myself where I just relaxed and hung out with him. I did some meal prep. What else did I do? Oh, I made sure I meditated. I did some exercise. I did some yoga. I journaled. And the only thing that I didn't do out of this list was start on my bedroom, which is just going through my closet again and just tidying it up, organizing it, and cleaning my bedroom. So it's a lot, but it's little habits I'm trying to adopt and I've fallen off, I've gotten back on, and it's a process. So right now, I am going to go to the game. Talk to you soon.